Cześć, witam Cię bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku ze Starfielda. Zaczynamy od otwierania zamka. Zostaw kciuka, subskrypcję, dzwoneczek. Zamka, który w zeszłym odcinku sprawił nam dość sporo trudności. Jak nigdy nie mam problemu z otwieraniem zamków w tej grze. Tak teraz, no naprawdę jestem trochę w szoku. Dobra, zobaczmy. Mogę ten otworzyć tym, a czy tutaj dotknę tak? Zrobię tak, dobra. No to wchodzimy dalej. Teraz potrójny by się przydało zrobić za jednym zamachem, ale niestety oczywiście się nie da potrójnego zrobić za jednym zamachem. Trzeba będzie kombinować na 2 razy. Teraz pytanie, mamy możliwość taką zrobić z tym, albo taką. No i trzeba będzie wybrać jedną z tych dwóch opcji. Więc bierzmy sobie tą na jolo. Zobaczymy, może się uda. Dobra, teraz mamy poczwórny zamek i tu mamy takie coś. Damy radę to dopasować? Damy radę, ok. No to tu najprawdopodobniej ten poziom był zrobiony idealnie. Dobra, tu i teraz potrójnym. Mamy taki potrójny? No chyba mamy. Się już wtopiło, ale w końcu to otworzyłem. Kurwa, mam nadzieję, że było warto, nie? 142 kredyty. No dobra, powiedzmy, że te kredyty zwróciły mi wydaną kasę na...
Well, I suppose they're not going to need it anymore.
Zwróciły mi kasę wydaną na... cyfrychy. Nie powiedziałbym, że do końca. Siema. Kto jeszcze gdzieś jest? Bodrzeryja. Siema. Siema. Tak jak się trząsła na tych schodach. Siema. Kurwa Madziu, uspokójcie się, bo nie wiem, w kogo mam strzelać. Kto tu we mnie strzela z bliska? A ty? Okej. Jeszcze 2 osoby. Że spokój się z tymi rakietami. Tu coś jeszcze jest w tą stronę. A że on, dobra. Się czołgał. Tu co było? Boczne przejście jeszcze jakieś? Ta.
Well, I'm pleased to see this isn't a dead end.
O! Złota brońka. No dobrze, niech i będzie tak.
You come here seeking justice? Well, what about justice for my soldiers? Minutes
Ale
away.
powiem ci gościu, że trochę tutaj oporu twoi żołnierze stawiają. Troszkę tych apteczek zużyłem jednak, nie? 60 zostało.
I can't believe the scope of the operation the FC was running here. It's a miracle that the fighting ended at all.
Amunicję to mogę zbierać. O! Powiedzmy, że mogę chyba tak zrobić. Okej.
I'm hoping there was a good reason that was locked.
Mam dla ciebie nową broń. Tak mi się coś wydaje, ale ci ją później dam. Pokonaj Paxtola i najemników. Nie Buxtona? Czy tu ktoś jeszcze kurwa jest do pokonania? Siema. Przestań się ruszać. O, ma 50 level w sumie. Nie taki niski. Dzięki za ostrzeżenie. Kurwa, przestańcie biegać jak pojebani. Okej. Pierdalaj. No wychyl jeszcze raz ten łeb. Szef on mocno napierdala. Ale już leży. Chyba wszyscy.
I can't believe it. You just took on some of the best mercenaries in the Freestar Collective and cut right through them. If we'd have had more like you in the war, we could have planted our flag in New Atlantis. You fought because you had to, and you fought well. Don't apologize for that. More importantly, you survived. Most soldiers don't. I know, because I'm the one who led them to their death. You don't know what it's like to look around and see the faces of warriors who trusted you to lead them as they die screaming. I watched brave men and women torn limb from limb by monsters. I saw mech pilots cooked alive in their cockpits as their machines burned. Those deaths didn't have to be meaningless, but spineless leaders gave up on us, even when victory was within our grasp.
We've both seen our share of hell. It's whether or not we allow those awful memories to consume our souls that defines who we are.
You have no right to judge me. Innocent? Nobody is innocent while they allow corrupt leaders to take control. The Freestar Collective has lost its way. The dream that we fought for died a long time ago. You really want to know? Because you might not like the answer. Last chance, Deputy. You can walk away right now and remain blissfully ignorant, thinking you fight for a noble cause. But if you still want the truth, I'll shatter that illusion for you right now. Because I can prove it. You'll see. We'll see about that. Not long after I started the first, I was contacted by a man who said he represented someone wealthy and influential. I refused to work for a shadow client, so we agreed to set up a meeting. Imagine my surprise when Ron Hope showed up. He offered me a lucrative contract to take possession of certain farms throughout Freestar space.
That's quite an accusation.
To keep the Rangers off the scent, Hope wanted to hit a lot of places quickly and finish whatever he was doing before word spread. We needed another ship to meet his timetable, so he gave us the intel necessary to steal one from his factory. It also let him play the victim and keep suspicion to a minimum. All I know is that after we cleared the place out, Hope was sending in some kind of machinery. Our job was to make sure nobody saw the operation. Sure I did. The money was good, but the payback was the real reward. If I could avenge my men, make some credits, and eventually expose a member of the council, well, that, my friend, is my definition of justice. You think I've lost? Is that it? I haven't lost. You go find Ron Hope and tell him what I've told you. Then you can deal out whatever justice you see fit. You do your job, and I get one last piece of vengeance against the Council.
If what he says is true, then there's no question Ron Hope has to answer for what he's done.
Don't bother.
We're trying to take you in quietly. Violence is not the answer, Major.
I'm gonna make this easy for you, Deputy. I'm gonna die the way I lived. Weapon in hand, no compromise, no fear. But first, here, take this. Use it to cut out the weakness rotting at the heart of the Freestar Collective. When the next war comes, and it will come, the Collective needs to be strong. Now my unit's waiting for me. and I'm gonna report for duty one last time. Goodbye, Deputy.
Chłopcy się rzucił.
Gods. Walk some of that rubbish already.
Dobra, co tu mamy jeszcze? Czy w ogóle coś tu mamy? Tak czy inaczej musimy przejść przez ten... Bo nie tepniemy się stąd. Zobaczmy jak to jest... A, zbadano, dobra, okej, no to git. Możemy iść już do wyjścia w sumie. Tylko jeszcze bym chciał sobie zerknąć tutaj na tych gości, co mieli. I tu ktoś jeszcze żył niby. Chyba, że go wykończyła Sara. Też tak może być. No dobra. To do windy. Ciach kluczykiem. No i zawijamy do doku. A, dobra, już wiem gdzie jestem. Okej. Już min nie powinno być, bo żeśmy rozminowali Sarą wszystko.
Either everyone here is missing or hiding.
Zostało tylko dobiegnięcie do naszego statku i wejście na pokład. Bo nie jesteśmy w stanie się aktualnie teleportować. Nie to, oddać. No dobra. No, mam nadzieję, że nas nikt więcej nie będzie atakował, bo trochę to by była już lipa. Mamy uszkodzony mocno kadłub. Który właśnie naprawiliśmy. Dobra, udaj się do Hope. Podano tą miejscówkę, dobrze. Tylko ja nie kojarzę tej miejscówki i to niedobrze.
Should be
to
plenty
jest-
of
a,
organic
to jest to,
materials to
dobra.
harvest from this world.
To jest ta lokacja. Okej.
Excuse me.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Other things for you.
No dobra, i gdzie ja tam mam iść? Szkoda, że do tego typa musiałem ściągnąć. No, w tym miejscu.
That's very generous, Mr. Hope.
It's well earned, Birkin.
Keep an eye on your valuables.
We said
Good to see you again. Well, I've just received a report from the Marshal about your progress. He said you had a promising lead on the mercenaries who stole my ship. I trust you're here with good news? Did you now? Well, don't keep me in suspense. No, and I don't care for the insinuation. The disgraced war hero who went to prison, and you actually believed him? That two-faced bastard kept the slate. Oh, I suppose This is his revenge against the Council of Governors for what happened during the war. I'm impressed, Deputy. It's clear you have a bright future ahead of you.
What's going on? What is this about, Mr. Hope?
Nothing that concerns you, Birgit. In fact, why don't you make yourself scarce?
I think I'd like to hear what the deputy has to say.
Just hear me out, and you'll see. I had a good reason for what I did. The truth is, we've been falling behind the competition. Significantly so. We needed solutions. A few years ago, I began to diversify. We started to research chemicals, fuel, those sort of things. We developed an experimental fertilizer. And it failed utterly. It wiped out entire crops. I was prepared to write the whole thing off when we made a discovery that changed everything. Turns out, our fertilizer was transforming the soil, bolstering its mineral content tenfold. Not all at once, of course, but we could never find anything that would grow in it. Eventually, everything we tried to plant failed and died. Mining is expensive, and so is the cost of raw materials. My mineral-enriching fertilizer solves several problems at once. The farmers provide free manual labor, and once the land is ready, we move in to extract and process the soil. Look around you. Everyone in this building, in this town, is depending on me. I provide the jobs that put food on their tables, clothes on their backs, and roofs over their heads. The fact is, the business hasn't been doing well lately. Without drastic action, cuts would become unavoidable. These people work hard for me, and they trust me to do the same in return. I cannot, I will not let them down. Look, I'll level with you. We're falling behind the competition. The hardworking people of this town depend on me for their livelihoods, and I won't let them down. Cutting my costs means saving their jobs.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How could you do something so awful to innocent people, to families?
Not another word out of you, Birgit. I can take your job, and more. We'll discuss this later. In any case, I suppose the gig is up. I give you my word that I'll call off the operation and return the land to its rightful owners. Like I said, I give you my word. Besides, the work was just about done. With that resolved, let's talk about you. As a member of the Council of Governors, I'm authorized to award you a substantial bonus. And of course, we'll both agree to forget about my little cost-cutting endeavor. Well, let's not be too hasty, Deputy. There's something else you need to consider. I'll do what's necessary to protect my company and my employees. If you tell anyone about this, you're risking their livelihoods. Do you really want to put all these people out of work and make their families suffer? I have to admit, I admire that uncompromising attitude. You've made your position clear, Deputy. Now, it's my turn. I'll make myself very plain. I won't let you jeopardize my reputation, this company, or the people who work for me. If that means you suffer an unfortunate incident at the hands of my security personnel, so be it. I'm important. You're nothing.
You're not actually threatening to attack a Freestar Ranger, are you?
You just threatened a member of the Council of Governors. On my authority, you're stripped of rank, declared an outlaw. Guards! Dispose of this criminal!
Ktoś jeszcze tu lata? No. I powiem, że oni już dawno spierdolili, nie? Całą ochronę masz, jak kurwa cię od razu ściągnąłem. No dobra. Idźmy pogadać.
He tried to have you killed. I don't understand. Mr. Hope always seemed like such a good person. But everything he said about the farmers and hiring those mercenaries, it was so awful. I'm just a little in shock. I'm still not sure I understand what happened. A conspiracy to steal farmland? It's just so hard to believe. That's not the Ron Hope I know. He never seemed that complicated to me. He always looked out for us, for his employees. No, of course not. But there was more to him than that. He had a genuinely good side, a caring side. And now he's... You killed him. Nobody should ever want that. Especially when it means killing someone who meant so much to so many people. What happens to us now? That would be Elana. Elana Nwankwo. She seems pretty capable. Maybe we'll be okay after all. I guess we'll have to figure things out. Find a path forward.
Dobra, ale z nią pogadamy już w kolejnym odcinku. Na teraz to tyle. Dzięki serdeczne za oglądanie. Zostaw kciuka, subskrypcję, dzwoneczek i wbijaj do linku w opisie miłego popołudnia. Cześć!